Just about 9 hours to go, 8 hours, 55 minutes to be precise, for the T20 World Cup 2024 between India and South Africa at the Kensington Oval in Barbados. It is going to be the end of one particular jinx. Will it be South Africa's 26-year jinx, or will it be the end of India's 11-year jinx? Now, before I get to the nuances of the match, let me give you the latest weather update from Barbados. According to the weather report that is there is 46% chances of rain in the morning time that is going to happen in Barbados. Tropical storm Beryl is going to barrel down into Barbados, and on 1st July it is going to make landfall. Now, because of this, Barbados, there has been storm warning, if you may say, warnings that have been given all over the island. On 1st July, there have been several storm warning alerts that have been sent across the island. And that is why on 29th and 30th, you do have a big rain threat in Barbados. So that's why in the morning, there is a chance of rain in the range of 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And even on the reserve day, there is even greater chances of rain, which is 60%. So that's why today, there is a 190-minute buffer period. So 8 o'clock, if it starts, 3 hours and 10 minutes. That is the amount of time you have. After that, you will start reducing overs. If it's a 10-over game, and despite the fact, if you cannot finish the overs, you will go into the reserve day from where it exactly stopped. There also, you have 190 minutes of extra time. So if there is no more play possible, the trophy will be shared. This is how the rain has totally added a new dimension into this final. So that's why one hopes that the rain stays away. At this point, it is not raining in Barbados, but rain is expected later in the day. But we hope that the weather prediction is wrong in that particular sense, because we would want a full uninterrupted match not going into the reserve day. So that is the current situation as far as the weather is concerned in Barbados. Rain is expected both in the final and on the reserve day as well, because there is a storm warning. There is tropical storm Beryl, which will hit the island on 1st July. So there are already storm warning alerts issued all over the island. Now, as far as the preparation is concerned, the Indian team did not practice or have any press conference that was there. The South African players, though, had a practice session, and you could see Aiden Markram and the others take photographs of the pitch. Now, Pat Cummins had done a similar thing at that point during the 2023 ODI World Cup. Now, will history repeat itself? It remains to be seen. But Aiden Markrams took photos of the pitch, and now what will be South Africa's plan, that we do not know at this point. So it is the contest between two fine teams, two players who are just two teams who have been undefeated for the first time in the history of the T20 World Cup. There will be two teams who have been undefeated. Now, one jinx will definitely end, and that is a team winning the T20 World Cup undefeated. That was one such jinx which had never happened in the history of the tournament. This time, you're going to get it. India or South Africa, that remains to be seen. So Aiden Markram and South Africa had a practice session. Markram took photos of the pitch, and now let's see how South Africa build and prepare for it. Now, as far as India is concerned, Rahul Dravid has spoken out, and he has mentioned in this that there is no baggage of the past. That is the thing. Dravid has stated, I don't think teams carry the baggage of the past and know to move on from things. As we moved on from our defeat in Ahmedabad, I'm sure they have moved on from history as well. As players, we understand that the other team that reaches the final is there for a reason, and it has that much right to win. So, have India moved on from Ahmedabad? Because in the last 1 year, if you look at it, it all began in June of 2023 till June of 2024. In 1 year, India has reached the final of the WTC, India has reached the final of the ODI World Cup, and now India has reached the final of the T20 World Cup. So, the jinx is bound to end at some point in time, and now whether India can do it, India are slight favorites when you look on paper, because the batting unit looks far more at ease with Rohit Sharma leading from the front. You look at Suryakumar Yadav, Hardik Pandya, Akshar Patel, Ravindra Jadeja. These are the guys who have given India the boost towards the fag end. Rishabh Pant has given some valuable cameos, but he has struggled in the last 2-3 games as well. Virat Kohli, is this his time for the final? Because in the final, when you look at it, he has an average of 43 with a strike rate of 100. I'm talking about ICC white ball final events, not just T20Is. White ball finals mean ODI and T20I. So Virat Kohli has an average of 43 and a strike rate of 100. Will this be the game wherein he puts in one of the best performances that you can see? So, as far as the bowling is concerned, that is the even keel. Kagiso Rabada, Anrich Nortje, and Marco Jansen, and you've got Arshdeep Singh, Hardik Pandya, and Jasprit Bumrah. Jasprit Bumrah in particular has been your gun bowler, and you've got Kuldeep Yadav as well. Kuldeep Yadav has been the difference maker in the Indian team when it comes to spin bowling, and that is the reason why South Africa's spin bowlers, yes, there is Tabresh Shamsi and there is Keshav Maharaj, but India's spin bowling has far more pedigree. And if you look at just the mindset, India have been part of many ICC finals. This is the first time ever for South Africa in a men's senior ICC event in the 21st century. 1998, they had won the Champions Trophy. And now, if you look at it in the Under 19 World Cup, they did win in 2014 as well. On the other hand, the only time India and South Africa clashed in ICC final was the 2008 Under 19 World Cup. And that's when Virat Kohli won. If you look at knockout matches overall, India have an edge because it's 4-0. It's 4-0 in India's favor, and that is why South Africa will start as slight underdogs in this particular contest. But if India can put up a thrashing, then you are the deserved winners of the T20 World Cup. And Rohit and Virat, if you look at it, Virat would have completed the Grand Slam, and that is why the white ball Grand Slam. ODI World Cup 2011, Champions Trophy 2013, and now the T20 World Cup. For Rohit, unfortunately, ODI World Cup might not be there in his destiny. So that's the current situation we are looking at it. So India versus South Africa, we are geared up for the mega final, which will begin very shortly. We hope the rain stays away, but there is a forecast of rain both for the final and for the reserve day. You can check out the video that we have done. What if there is a washout in Barbados? You can check that video out. I've explained the rules as to what it is, 16.10 and rule 17.3 as well. So that's the current situation that we're looking at. If you have to look at the world of other sports, the Euro final, the knockout stages are beginning from today, and it's going to be a big thing. As well as the Austrian F1 Grand Prix is also beginning in Styria. So Austrian Grand Prix, the sprint races today, and then you will have the qualification for the main race that's on Sunday. So that's Euro and F1 done. But there is a very disturbing development when you have to look at the world of other sports, because javelin thrower DP Manu has been suspended for doping offense, and this comes just when there are about 27 days left for the Paris Olympics. So DP Manu has been provisionally suspended by NADA for testing positive for an anabolic steroid. So that is why it is going to be a big blow for his career if that's the case. So DP Manu, he's been suspended. His chances of participation in the Paris Olympics is all but over. And if you have to look at the world of cricket also, there is a test match happening. India versus South Africa in Chennai, the women's test match. World record alert. The India women's team have registered the highest ever test score in the history of women's cricket. They have gone past Australia's tally of 575 for 9. And that is why kudos to the India women's cricket team for putting on a fantastic show. So India, South Africa and Chennai is going according to plan with the India women's team dominating. Will the men give you good news at 12 a.m. when the clock strikes 12? India would have ended 11 years of pain and regret. So let's take a couple of comments. Rudra Paul is saying he's feeling scared. Well, no need to be scared. I understand that it is a final yet again. Whether June 29th will be what November 19th could not, we'll get to see. But then it's just a game. Enjoy the game and just ensure that the better team wins. Satyajit says, please speak positively. No need to increase anxiety. But I am speaking positively, Satyajit. I mean, I just highlighted that this rain. I have just said that India are the better team on paper. So why do you have to increase your anxiety? I just don't understand. Ashish Ranjan, do you think Chahal should play in place of Jadeja because you already have a strong batting lineup and he comes up? Will Samson replace Shivam Dube? Ashish Ranjan, I think no more changes. Whatever was the team that you have been playing in for the last 4 to 5 games, that is your team. No Sanju Samson, no, you may say Yajuvendra Chahal. Because the pitch that is going to be used, another important aspect, the pitch that is going to be used is the ones where the England versus Scotland game happened and the Namibia versus Oman game happened. Now, the Namibia-Oman game was a low-scoring thriller, and in that, unfortunately, you saw that Namibia won the super over, but that was a slow, low deck. As far as the England-Scotland game is concerned, it was a flat deck, but unfortunately, rain played spoil sport in Kensington Oval. So you do not know what this pitch will offer you. Maybe it will be a middling total somewhere about 150, 160. So that is why the games that featured on that particular pitch were Namibia, Oman, which went to the super over, and you've got England, Scotland, where Scotland actually managed to put up a good total, 10 overs for 90, but then unfortunately rain played spoil sport in that. So the nature of the wicket, we don't know how it will be on that particular day. So, but remember, on that particular Namibia-Oman match, it was a day-nighter. So that's why the conditions may change. And Barbados, if you look at it, it is going to be very, very important in that sense. So don't you think South Africa batting is fragile since Marco Jansen comes into bat at number 6? Yes, they are. But somehow they have made it to the final, and that is kudos to their temperament. They have not choked. Maybe in this game, they might, we don't know. So, Jay, if it rains, will overs be lost or match continues next day? That's a good question, Jay. See, suppose if it rains, you got a 3-hour, 10-minute buffer. The situation that the ICC are saying is that every effort will be done to finish the match today. So, if there is 3 hours, 10 minutes later, after 11:10, suppose there is rain at 8 o'clock itself and it doesn't stop, 8 o'clock onwards until 11:10, you will not see any reduction in overs. Then if you are playing and then there is an even further rain delay and then there is a 1.5 hour rain delay, then you will come the next day. So that is why overs will be lost and then you will start from that particular time. So that is why it's going to be very, very interesting. As I said, hope rain series. India will win and no rain, only party. Yeah, Rahul Basu, India are favorites. So let's hope that 11 years of pain ends and just enjoy the game and just enjoy the situation. So that's all we have from this edition of the Morning Wrap. What is your take on Shivam Dube, Shekhar Bajpai? I would just say, Shekhar, let Shivam Dube get one more game, and then after that, if he fails, then you take a call on his future in the Indian cricket team. But anyway, he's there even for the Zimbabwe tour. So that's why you will have to wait a bit more. You have to give him a longer rope to ensure that he does well. What India or South Africa need to do if they win the toss? Good question. With weather around, they may want to chase. And if you look at each and every ICC T20 World Cup edition, only 2 teams have managed to defend. India defended against Pakistan in 2007. West Indies defended versus Sri Lanka in 2012. If you look at 2009, Pakistan chased. 2010, England chased. 2012, as I had mentioned, West Indies defended. 2014, Sri Lanka chased. 2016, West Indies chased. 2021, Australia chased. 2022, England chased. So chasing seems to be the ideal thing in the T20 World Cup final at this point. But you don't know. Maybe this 2024 World Cup will buck that trend. So that is why. So one hopes that we get a good game. Not much of rain interruption. So let's see how it goes. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. Subscribe to Sports Today. A lot more action you'll see on Sports Today today. It is the final. Bye-bye.